Hey everyone, welcome. This is LCID 932. Thank you for joining me again. This is Love is Blind, Season 1, Episodes 3 and 4. Hope you enjoyed the first couple episodes that I did do. Please like, share, and subscribe. Just, to get me moving in the algorithm. I am, slowly but surely warming up to this UK edition. For me, there isn't much spice to it, but I guess maybe it's a slow burn because there's a couple people dating in here that are a slow burn. But thank you for joining me. We're going to talk about these folks, talk about the dating, talk about the personalities, talk about what's going on. We need to get a red flag to talk about flags on the play because there are lots of red flags people are ignoring. So thank you again for joining me. So let's get into it. So episode 3. We have Nicole and Benaya. Benaya is telling Nicole, Sam ain't here for the right reasons. If you saw my previous recap, you'll understand why Benaya is saying this. Said he's not here for genuine reasons. A lot of what he's saying, not genuine, and he questions Sam's integrity. And that he's here for fame and not for love. Ooh! One thing I've realized, when one man says that he questions a man's integrity, that kind of hits real hard, because a man questioning another man's integrity is like, yeah, he ain't it. He ain't it. To toss him out with the bathwater. He ain't it. So Nicole says she's confused. Nicole, he's telling you your picker is off if you pick Sam. Don't be confused. Dig a little deeper. So Benaya says he feels like a fool. This is not what he does. And tells her just go with what your heart says, and where you can genuinely see a future. Again, Love is Blind with the song lyrics. It says, don't treat me like a stranger. Maybe this is all a dream. Burning with desire, make it all go up in flames, playing with fire. Again, whoever is the musical curator for Love is Blind, I got to give you your kudos. So the men's lounge, Sam is saying he's nervous because Nicole is going out with her other connection. And if it goes well, then he's done. Basically, his goose is cooked if she and Benaya get close. I'm like, okay. So Benaya says it's been an emotional day. He does not feel great. And he doesn't know if he made the right decision. He said he's got to wait for Nicole to make his decision. And my question to you is, what is a woman supposed to do with this information? Now, we're seeing both sides of it. We're seeing that Benaya is coming up and saying, hey, Sam ain't altogether genuine. He ain't here for you, girl. We're seeing both sides. Nicole is just seeing one of her connections talking about the other. And if y'all watch my reviews, I do not like talking about another person when we on a date. If you're on a date with one person, don't bring up the other person. Don't bring up their connections. Don't bring up anything. It's like a runner. We just had the Olympics this week. You are focused on the finish line. The minute you turn left or right to check on the other people, you may have lost the race by a millisecond. Don't bring up another person. So while I appreciate him trying to protect her, he's like his protective instincts are going off real strong with her. I didn't like it. But what is she supposed to do with that information? What is she supposed to do? How would you handle it? Put it in the comments. So the song is Didn't Want to Wait. Another great song. Nicole says she's perplexed. Benaya put a spanner in the works because Sam has been consistent. So we always ask for the man to be consistent. And now here's Benaya telling me the consistent man is not genuine and not here for the right reasons. What do I do with this? It's, as she says with Benaya, it's pulling teeth. Now he seems genuine, Benaya. I like him. But it's pulling teeth. Ooh, Nicole, girl, I do not envy you. Maria has a date with Tom. She did not expect to have strong feelings, and he said he has thought a lot about married life. She says she does not mind traditional roles and values. Remember, she is Moroccan. I'm not sure if it's because of her cultural aspect. She doesn't mind that. But he says he starts to like choke. He's like, I don't want a stay at home wife. I want somebody to have their job and stuff. And she's like, yeah, she won't stop working, but she will be home for a few years with the babies to watch them grow so she doesn't miss anything. And he's like, I don't want to miss out on kid stuff either. So she had to be like, well, it's okay for the dad to stay home too. We don't have to figure this out. I mean, Tom, what do you want? You're 38. What do you want? Instead of having her spin her wheels, say what you want and see if she fits that mold. It's like she's throwing stuff out there. It's like, no, I don't want you stopping work. Oh, I don't want to miss out. Tom. So we show them on another date because we see they change clothes. And, Maria says she knows that she is attracted to him and would not have given him a chance in the outside world. But she is invested. She does still have connections with other people. And Tom hesitates and says, yes, he also has connections with other people. But Maria tells him, you're my number one. Why are we handing out numbers? Just you're a priority. You're at the top of my list. You're one of the tops. Why are we telling people? Golly. He said he does not have a number one and he's not ready to place anyone in number one. Ooh, Tom. Ooh. That hurt me. That hurt me. I was like, no. She believes that what they have is wonderful and will sustain. In the men's lounge, Tom tells Bobby that Maria has him as number one. And Bobby tells him, think about what he wants for the mother of his kids, because that's who's going to be raising his kids. What does he value most? Bobby, I like that. Mr. Luxury sales guide on a cruise ship. I liked your advice to him. Because think of it a different way. You like both of these ladies. What are they going to bring as far as influence into your household? Jasmine and Bobby do their reveal. Because remember, he proposed before. It seemed like she curved his kiss. And I don't want to say that, but it seemed like it at first. Like she kind of turned, and it could be that we're just not in sync. Let's put it there. We're just not in sync. I went for the hug, and you went in for the kiss, and we just missed each other by a smidgen. But she does kiss him, says he's cute, and he said this is the best moment of his life. She does look hesitant. I don't know why. She looks hesitant. She's saying all the right things, but she's looking like maybe it's, it's sensory overload. I've only heard this person's voice. Now I got to put the face and body with everything that I heard before. So when he kneels to propose, she stoops down to his level, and she says he looks like home. He says she feels like home, and she's very happy, and she didn't know how to react, and he's hot and cute. He says he wants to spend the rest of his life with her, so it's hopeful. Maybe it's just the beginning jitters. Catherine has a date with Freddie. They're both wearing PJs is what they figured out. Like, PJs. Like, oh, thank you. I'm not dressed up for this. And Freddie says he's nervous every day in the pods. And it's like riding the rides at the, at the amusement parks. And it's like, but this is way better. So Catherine always laughs at his jokes. She's always smiling. He said, love is blind. She's like, he said, is love blind? Like, what are you trying to say? The song they insert here is All This Love Is Waiting for You. Another wonderful song. Freddie's like, I just love you. And she cries and says, I love you too. You are the one. Golly. Demi has a date with Ollie, and I have a feeling Ollie's going to break her heart. I don't know why. There's nothing he has really done yet, but it just is inkling at me that he may break his heart. With all these couples, I'm hopeful, but there's just something. Ollie asks what's in her head, and she's like, "We're connected. We have a vibe." Ollie says she said she's had nice deep feelings before. That Ollie seems caring and not judgmental. She wants to be a good mom, but it's hard for her to conceive because of endometriosis. And because of this, she does not feel like she's enough, which is scary. Whew. I'm sorry to hear this, Demi. She said this has ruined relationships for her in the past. Ollie says she has been more than enough since the start of this process, and he feels sorry about her condition, but it doesn't change how he feels as long as they have each other. She thanks him. He's like, okay, they are good. Are you okay? She said, these are good tears. This is something that is really hard to open up, especially since it's hurt prior relationships. And I know, Demi, I'll be hesitant too because he hasn't gone through this with you. So even though he's saying good things, he doesn't understand what is needed of him. But he's willing to try by this statement. So he said, I didn't think I could visualize a future with someone I had never seen. Everybody say that. In Love is Blind, Ollie. Everybody say that. She is, he's glad she's comfortable with being vulnerable with him because she is his future family. And she's like, hey, get up. I guess she's trying to change the mood of the room. She's like, get up, get to the wall, and just open your arms and just give the wall a hug. She gives the wall a hug. He hugs himself. Like, Ollie, is this an indication of how things are going to go? I mean, oh my golly. So Demi says, weight has been lifted off of her. She was scared at telling someone this and they would reject her. In a ladies' lounge, Jasmine says, Ben would leave, you emotionally fulfilled. Meaning Benaya. Nicole says Sam, has been telling her that she is it. She is the one. And Jasmine turned around like, he told me the same thing on the second date. On the second date, he told me I was the one. Like, woo! Sam, you're caught. You're caught. They are sharing notes. Get him gone, Nicole. Get him gone. Well, that doesn't quite happen. So, Nicole said she will be open to listening to Sam or what he has to say. And Jasmine's like, you got two great guys. You're going to make the decision that's best for you. Tom has a date with Natasha, and he says his great gesture is cooking. And she's like, I like carbonara with garlic bread, fries, and mayo. I'll do the rest of it, Natasha. You can have your mayo. Keep that. Natasha says, I can feel your heart through the wall. And Tom is like, it's a good day. He had a good day yesterday because of her. And she's like, likewise, they're having a good banter. Tom says he's never felt that kind of feeling he had with someone like Natasha. And then he has a date with Maria. Said they have a spark and she makes him just feel so much. She feels nervous, since he now has another connection. Tom is like, I've dreamed of you laying, on me. It feels amazing. We'll have some kind of physicality, blah, blah, blah. Now, Tom, in his confessional, says there's an element of physical attraction with Maria that he does not have with Natasha. I'm guessing that banter because, Tom, you ain't never seen these ladies. So I'm guessing it's the back and forth. You're feeling more flirtatious with Maria. He does not know what the feelings for Natasha represents, and he's making sure that he's making the right decision for the right reasons, but it's hard to figure it out. In the men's lounge, he's talking to Freddie. Freddie's like, he'll propose. He's about to propose to Catherine. One of the dudes says, you look like the type of dude that will get on one knee. Excuse me. Aren't you all the type of men that would go on one knee? Aren't you all there looking for a wife? So, I mean, I didn't understand the comment. And now that he said that, I'm like, what has been going on in Freddie's life that if the guys are saying you look like someone who would be married, be responsible, be married, have a family, what's been going on in Freddie's life that he's not? That's my question. It's like, it's not a flag, but it's a question mark. So Freddie has a date with Catherine. He feels the connection. He's never had this before. It feels real. Feels like she's who he's destined to be with. He reads her a letter. I'm not going to read the letter. My notes ain't that detailed. It sounds very romantic. He says, I love you, and proposes. She is sobbing. When I tell you Catherine is sobbing, ooh, child. I was like, Catherine, are you okay? Are you going to be able to tell this man yes or no? Between her sobbing, she says yes. And the song is, I Will Fly Through the Sky for You. Another great selection. In the confessional, she says she is mad happy and now she's complete. And he says, he can't wait to start his life with Catherine. Nicole now tells confessional that she feels giddy when she's with Sam. Oh my God, I'm so giddy. It's like, girl, it ain't giddy. Maybe vertigo. Sam has got you way up here and you're looking down to reality because he's got you all the way in the sky. It ain't giddy and it ain't butterflies. She has a date with Sam. Sam asks, hello, Nicole. Then we see a pod with Benaiah. Nicole is nowhere to be found. Okay, y'all? Nowhere to be found. She comes in after, and she says she's there to make difficult decisions. She's in the pod with Sam. She comes with difficult decisions because she has difficult questions. And I'm like, oh yeah, Nicole, let's get this Sam roast going because I am ready for his goose to be cooked. Let's get Sam cooked and gone. Bye. Nicole says she has done this before and this means so much. Is he here for love and marriage? That's your hard-hitting question, Nicole. Is he here for love and marriage? Sam says that she is amazing. He wants to make her happy. He's going to fight for this. Someone else is in the running, but he is there because of her. Nicole says, I love you. And Sam says, no one has ever said they love him. I'm concerned. And I put that in my note. I'm concerned. Sam, no one has ever said I love you. I'm really concerned. That's deep, Sam. Is that also what led you to do the nose job? I'm concerned. Sam proposes and Nicole says yes. She says, I want to know the depths of you. Nicole, Sam's depth is about as deep as a kiddie pool, okay? I'm going to tell you that for free. Sam says, I think I love you too, and he will rock her world. You think you love me? And you just proposed? You think? Nicole had a hesitation and sat back when he said, I think I love you. And I think it kind of finally hit her wheels, but she done said yes to this man. She done said yes. So you got to stick to your decision. Unless you're going to let the producers tell him go home. That's my secret hope. It's like, he thinks he loves me. Yeah, I made a mistake. Could we run back the footage and could y'all just tell him, no, I ain't with him no more? So she said she's going off of instinct and then starts sobbing. Girl, Nicole, if you're going off of instinct, you shouldn't be sobbing. You should be happy with your decision. Golly. So she goes to Benaiah next. He's in the room calling her name. Remember, she ain't dead. Nicole. Hello. She finally shows up after she's already accepted the proposal from Sam. That just gives me a headache, accepting the proposal from Sam. Benaiah says, everything he said is out of love. She fills his heart with love, and he's here with the intention to make a commitment. Nicole now is like, yeah, she's so blessed that she met him. He represents everything she came here wanting. I'm like, okay, girl, come on, give the man some. We could switch out. To be honest, and removing all of the noise, Sam has her heart. Nicole, sorry to say, your picker is still off. If she doesn't trust her gut, she will be denying herself. Deny yourself, Nicole. In this instance, deny yourself. Benaiah sighs heavily. She says she's so sorry. And he's like, no, don't be sorry. You've helped me grow. He wishes all the best, hopes it worked out, and all the best. Nicole goes and she cries in the hallway. She comes out the pods. She sits on a little edge, and she is crying in the hallway. Girl, you just got, a proposal from the man you love. You just ended things with someone you didn't want to be with. Why are you crying in the hallway? In the ladies' lounge, she comes in like, I got engaged. And everybody's like, to who? ladies, y'all had me. Y'all had me. It's like, yeah, you're right. To who? Because you went, talked to both of them. Which one? She said to Sam, and they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, bad sign. Oh, but they celebrate with her. Pop that champagne. In the men's lounge, Sam is telling about his proposal. Yeah. And he lies about it. Remember before he was telling about how he was dumped by, I believe, I can't remember who the lady was that dumped him and said, you go your way. I'm a end things with you so I could go take care of my own connection. He lies about it. He said, oh my gosh, when I proposed, I put my hand on the wall. She put her hand on the wall. Why we gotta lie? Then he said he will give her the best life, and he says, and all that la-di-da. Sam, this is a game. You're so blasé about it. It's not a game. You just propose to this woman. It sounds like you're just there to conquer and win the game. I mean, like, come on. Benaiah, though, watches Sam's antics. And he says she's making a big mistake. And that Sam is not right for her. Benaiah, in my guess, I don't know this man. I only know the edited version of this man that Netflix has shared. He seems like a slow burn. He seems like he needs to take his time. He will share in his due time. And he's a slow burn. But ain't so much slow we can do in 10 days and convince someone to want to marry you or even consider it. Slow burn, people, Netflix ain't for you. It ain't. And I like Benaiah. I like him. I really do. He has some problematic stuff, the whole house sitting stuff, but that can be worked on, I guess. But it ain't as problematic as Sam. I think Sam is just there for the gram. Sam is just there for, social media. That's just me. Again, the edited version of Sam that we're seeing. We don't know Sam. So we have Catherine and Freddie for the reveal. Catherine, I know you're going to be sobbing in a minute. She doesn't have an ugly cry at all, but she is a sobber. She is not let the tear roll down. She is sobber. She is sobbing when they meet. Their foreheads are touching. They have a lovely, gentle kiss. Freddie is ecstatic. She's like, you're stunning. She doesn't want to let him go. He doesn't want to let her go. They had a wonderful meet. I have high hopes for them. But let's see how it is in the real world. Let's see how it is. Because, she just wants to still have fun. And Freddie got responsibilities. In the ladies' lounge, Demi wants the fairy tale ending. I am concerned, Debbie. Demi. I don't know why every time I say Demi, to me it sounds like Debbie. So Demi, the fairy tale ending. Sorry to tell you, sweetheart, those are stories. Those are stories. They are tales. It says it in the name. And fairies, well, they're a magical creature. Don't put all your hopes on a fairy tale, because if it's not a fairy tale, what is going to happen? Are you going to self-destruct? I mean, what happens if you don't get the fairy tale? You're going to be disappointed? Are you going to self-sabotage? Don't put your hopes in a fairy tale. Sorry. So Natasha has a date with Tom. She says he is everything, she's been looking for in someone. And he says, everything about you is perfect. I feel how good you are. And he hesitates and says, I need to be honest with you. That's how episode 3 ends. Luckily, we're going right into episode 4. At this point, let's pause. If you have not already, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Tell me how this is going. Do you like the play-by-play? Do you want me to cut things out? Because my reviews are like an hour. So let me know, what do you think? What do you think about how's it going? So for episode 4, we move along. Tom and Natasha. Again, I love it, Netflix. You don't make me wait. You hit right into it. He doesn't know if this is a romantic love. He needs to make sure that the sexual attraction and compatibility is the same as the emotional connection. But he's just not feeling it. And it could just be a vibe, could just be friendship. Natasha never felt this kind of connection with anyone, and it's something different. And he says, do you think this is what you can base a marriage on? And she starts to cry. I remember Natasha is the person who lost a lot of weight, and now men are looking at her differently. So when I heard her crying, I'm like, she's already not using her visual, and she is not getting the results she wants. Tom says, I don't know. And she's like, I don't know either. She said, it's crazy. It's an unexplainable feeling. And he made her feel heard. And he said he needs to trust his gut and all his feelings. It's like the gut is in this a lot. UK, you got a gut feeling for everything. Natasha says, what's wrong with me? But I don't think our story ends here. Natasha, that sounds like, if your fiance don't work out, you could hit me up. I don't like it. I don't like it. The man is choosing someone else. Don't have him come round to you if it don't work with somebody. I don't like it. So he's like, I gotta go with my gut. Natasha is like, I hope you are happy. Wish you the best. Another great song choice. If I'm not here for the people, I'll be here on Netflix for the songs. I tell you. The song says Someplace Else. The song is called Someplace Else. The lyrics are, somewhere down the road we lost each other. Somewhere down the line we lost ourselves. That is a very good combination of what Tom and Natasha is like. We have a connection, but I don't know what it is. It's unbelievable, but are we a marriage connection, or is this the basis of a great friendship? And I didn't think he meant friendship like, oh, I could hit you up later, or we could be friends. No, I think it's like, he's like, what is this feeling? Let me circle back around and, pick it up, look at it. What does it look like? And he's like, I'm not feeling marriage material. I'm not feeling forever. And I could understand that, Tom. I could totally understand that. So in the confession, Natalie says it's hard to talk about this because she understands his logic. And it's a connection she cannot explain. In the ladies' lounge, she said she didn't think she could feel this much. And Demi says, stay true to yourself and know your worth. Demi, you are telling others this advice? I don't know if you are taking it in yourself. Demi, that is wonderful advice to Natasha, but I'm not sure you are embodying it as well. You know, Demi also tells her you are a beautiful person, not the outside, but the inside. You are a wonderful person. And it seems the ladies all like Natasha. They all do, because they all kind of come around her and kind of give her a big group hug. And Natasha says she has been building her self confidence for so long. She's had very little confidence. And it doesn't matter what she looks like. And she agrees that she has a good heart. In the men's lounge, Tom says that was really tough. He said it's a real shame, and it's hard because that is another human being across the wall. Tom, I like the way you think, because it is another human being with feelings, emotions, and you just hurt them. You didn't mean to, but you hurt them. But he's looking for someone who will make the mundane parts of his life special. Tom, I'm concerned. Are you looking for someone to entertain you? Because this ain't it. Sam and Nicole have a reveal. I'm sorry. I just thought to do that then. I'm sorry. So they have a big hug. Big hug. Sam says, remember, Sam is the one who got the done. What do you think? She's like, yes, yes. And he's like, I don't care what anyone thinks. She is gorgeous and she likes what she saw. Sam, I'm hoping you're saying that because, if y'all have not seen it, Sam is quite tall. Quite tall. And she looks like a good 5'6", 5'7" compared to him. So she's a petite young lady. But she's also of African descent, and Sam is not. So I think both of them kind of looked and like, oh, there's another layer to this now. There is the race component. Interesting. He says, you can wear heels no matter the height because I'm tall. She barely reaches the middle of his chest. She barely reaches there. And she's standing next to him, like, looking all the way up. He's like, you can wear heels, whatever you want. And she's like, okay. He said he's just a boy that wants to love a girl, and she is in shock. She said she now has to put the two together, the voice and the person. And, sidestep of how does she really feel about this person. She didn't really talk about how she felt about Sam. So we move over to Tom. Tom says he doesn't feel good enough and, she deserves better than him. He says no one has ever given him a real chance. And this is where the song is, I'm kind of like, where is the love talk? So we go back to Sam and his reveal with Nicole. And he keeps on saying, I think I love you. I think I love you. Run, Nicole. Run. Please run. Nicole says she will hold on to that. And she did not say love back. The producer asked, Sam, did she say I love you back? He's like, I think she did. Did she? I'm not sure. Nicole wants to get to the real life and see what happens. Now we get to Tom. I'm sorry, with his date with Maria. She's struggling to say how she really feels, and she ruins things for herself. And he means a lot for her. She never pictured her life with someone until him, and never felt this way. And she told him she loves him. He said he didn't want to get hurt either, and you don't want to get hurt. And he's like, it's a massive decision. He feels vulnerable, thinks he knows what she wants. It feels right. And he wishes he could have been there for her when she had that issue with her dad. Went through that stuff, he said, with her dad. And he said he will bring in the qualities of her in her life, the qualities that were there when her dad was around. Remember, her dad passed away. Tom proposes on the couch. Tom, get on one knee and propose. Or is that just me? That's just my Western philosophy of he needs to kneel. Tom is sitting on the couch. Okay, I'll let that go. But it is irking me that he is sitting on the couch to propose. She's only seeing it now. So I hope you like it, Maria. He chokes up on the will you marry me? I'm like, there's something telling you not to say these words. Or are you really choked up with emotion, Tom? Or is it just me just throwing too much in it? He said he's excited for the future with her, and they both share I love yous. So Maria says her dad would have liked Tom. Ollie has a date with Demi. He said he's seen as a guy who would never settle down and get serious. What will his friends ask? His friends will be like, who? You? You get married? I'm concerned, Ollie. Your friends know you best. Are you the club dude? Because you were making jokes about Catherine and the pretentious clubs that she was going to. But someone from the UK should tell me, are those clubs pretentious? But you're saying your friends are like, who you? Yeah, you a bachelor. So Ollie says he does not, he didn't come with gifts. He hasn't given her gifts because their love does not need over-the-top gestures to connect. Red flag. I need a red flag. I need a red flag. Ollie, this girl decorated your entire pod with balloons, left you a slice of cake, and created a card for you. And you were moved by it. You said so. You were moved by it for your birthday. You liked the over-the-top gesture, but come around, you don't do anything. She also gave you her red quartz. She's given you a gift. And yet you will sit here and say, yeah, our love don't need over-the-top gestures. That's why I ain't give you nothing. But I'm going to take this for my birthday. Ollie and Remy, you are sitting here. You have poured yourself into this man's birthday. And you're like, your birthday is like my birthday, so I'm going to go all out. You have poured yourself into this man's birthday. And he hasn't even ordered you a drink and a snack. Because in the rest of the crew, Benaya and Nicole, and I understand we should not be comparing our relationships. We should not be. But what I'm saying is some simple gestures is the guys have given the ladies flowers. They've, given them a glass of wine or whatever's in their cup and a snack tray. The least you can do, Ollie, is that. Not over-the-top gestures. How about a gesture? Come on. I'm like, oh, golly, Ollie, I'm sorry. She says, I agree. And I'm like, in my notes, I put, careful, girl. He may never get you a gift. He's going to take that gift, but he may never get you a gift. He reads an emotional letter. They exchange I love yous. I love you too. I love you too. And she says he's been listening and she feels heard. He proposes. She says, of course. Ladies, can we get a yes? It's a yes or no question. Can we get a yes instead of course? Of course? Mm-mm. They both say we got something special. In the men's lounge, he walks in and Ollie is looking sad, like, Eeyore. If you know Winnie the Pooh, Eeyore is the, elephant friend that is always mopey. He walks in and telling the guys, and the guys are like, what happened? And then he's like, yeah, and everybody's like, whoa, Ollie. Ollie seems to be the fun guy everybody likes. Fun guy. But I did like that. I did like he walked in and they're like, did she say no? I like that little twist. Tom and Maria have their reveal. It was an immediate kiss, both, say they're gorgeous. He doesn't care about the lipstick because she was like, I am in the ladies' lounge. She was like, I'm ready to put on my red dress and my red lip, and I will be knocking his socks off. Well, Tom's socks were knocked off, and her lipstick was being smudged off to his lips, if you catch my drift. They exchange I love you. He feels comfortable. He can't wait to make out with her. Because when I tell you Tom's entire face, Tom was wearing her lipstick, okay, in equal measure. Maria said it did not feel awkward, and they slipped right into each other. She said that in her confessional, just like, oh, wait a minute. That didn't sound right. I mean, we fit together. Wait a minute, that don't sound right either. We understand what you mean, Maria. But they had like an instant physical connection. So then we had Ollie and Demi for a reveal. The song is called Delicate. And I like that song because we know Demi, in her emotional capacities, about how she looks, is delicate. She's concerned about whether Ollie will like what he sees with her. And she put on a dress. She's like, usually she's in her, sweats and sports attire, but now she's in a dress. Demi, from one tomboy to another. This may be why you're friend zoned by the fellas. They only see you dressed like one of the fellas. And you may dress like that because it is appropriate, because you are doing boxing or whatever. But if these fellas have never seen you with the hair, nails, not necessarily makeup. I don't wear makeup, so whatever. If they haven't seen you with the hair, nails, and in a dress, they may not be able to visualize you in another manner. Just a little kernel. So she said she had the urge to put on a sexy dress. Ollie says he tends to date with his eyes. Then we have the reveal. Demi groans. She has her eyes closed and she groans. But when they meet up to each other, it was an instant kiss. Ollie says he's blown away. She is 10 times more than he thought, and he loves her curves. He was hoping she had curves. Demi shared her insecurity, thanks him for existing and picking her, and he said he fell for her heart and mind, and her amazing body just goes along with it. Ollie says, I had to look back. I had to take a little look back and see what you look like walking away. And he's like, that's something else. I do like, but I still have an inkling, a feeling that Ollie's going to break her heart. I'm not sure. He did not seem performative, but I'm thinking he's going to break her heart. Yeah. So let's remind ourselves about the couples. We're almost done with episode 4. We have Steven and Sabrina, Jasmine and Bobby, Catherine and Freddie, Sam and Nicole, Tom and Maria, and we just had Ollie and Demi. So they are going to Greece for their vacation, because after the pods and they're engaged, they go on a vacation, don't know how many days, to get to know each other. Jasmine and Bobby, he says he finds her beautiful. She feels so lucky. Her usual type is tattooed fellas. And Bobby is a pretty boy and clean cut. But he's hot. That's Jasmine. He's hot. She likes that he is touchy-feely because she is also touchy-feely. Seems like a good match. Catherine and Freddie, she is in shock when she saw him because he sounded so different. It would not have mattered to him how she looked because he fell for her emotionally. Catherine says she's nervous to meet everyone, especially Ollie. She feels everything was a little unsettled with him. Why do you care? Yeah, Freddie, why do you care? I mean, let Ollie go about his business. Your business is Freddie. They clinked their glasses that night and said, ooh. She's like, let's go, shower and go to bed. He said, let's shower and go to bed. She's like, oh, together? She's like, my mind is just racing. And the song is Arms Wide Open, Heartbroken. Netflix, are you trying to tell us something? Because it seems like their arms are wide open for each other. Are you trying to tell us there's heartbreak here? Because I have high hopes for Catherine and Freddie. High hopes for everybody. I just need to see when the couples get together, and then when they see the love interest that they passed up on, they're on vacation and at the reception, before I kind of wholeheartedly say yes or no. That's just me. Ollie and Demi, she says he is the beautiful view when they were in the pool. Ollie said that's his line. We did not hear him compliment her back. Ollie's asking, can we still have the talks we had in the pod? He wants their more emotional connection to keep on growing. And it'll grow and run into the physical. That's an excuse. Ollie, just tell this girl you don't like her that way. And when you said, can we have what we had in the pods? It's like, can you have where you can talk to me without seeing me? That's what ran through my mind. It's like, Ollie, cut the bull. She likes the way he holds her hand and kisses her, and this reassures her. And the song choice is, whatever comes my way, I will stay afloat. Will you? Because we're in the pool. Tom and Maria. Maria says the best part of her day was seeing Tom, which is really cute. I'm concerned. Tom feels, it's intimidating someone outside of your league, and they laugh. He was making a jokey joke, but I don't know. I don't know what Maria's league is. Maria he says in the real world, she would see a 38-year-old man and say no. But Tom has good vibes. And the song is Inside Out. I'm like, Maria, I understand you. I understand. You're like 38, he almost 40. I don't need to be with him. And I think she's 32 or 33. Steven and Sabrina, he has on a loud robe and her eye patches. That is the funniest thing. I have to say, that is the funniest thing. They seem to be really, really vibing. And I'm like, I hope it isn't a case of Steven putting in more effort than she is. I hope it's not. Catherine and Freddie, he wears, he doesn't wear pajamas to bed. He wears briefs. And she is giddy and laughing. Oh, look at those, washboard abs. Look at him. He's like a swimsuit model. Look at him. Catherine just giddy about the physical. Catherine, I want you to remember that you have an emotional connection with Freddie. I'm just giving you the benefit of the doubt that you are now just putting the physical and emotional together. Catherine and Freddie, that was them. Nicole and Sam, Nicole said is a sign it wasn't right. So when we pan over, because everybody else is in Greece, and I didn't even notice that Nicole and Sam was not there. How bad is that? Nicole and Sam were not there. I didn't even notice it. I was like, that's right. So we see her unpacking and we see Sam unpacking. I don't know if it's their apartment. I don't know where it is, but they're away from each other. Nicole said it was a sign. It wasn't right when she put the ring on the wrong finger. When he proposed and knelt and all of that stuff, he couldn't get the ring out of the box. She got it out of the box. He put the ring on the right hand, and she's like, damn, I should have done that to get it right. But she's saying that was a sign. Sam says something was off with her. And it made, and Benaiah made him think he made the wrong decision. How are you going to make you think you made the wrong decision? You decided to propose, but you were also the one that said, beggars can't be choosers. We remember, it's on tape, Sam. Nicole says they're not flying to Greece, and she feels she's made the right decision not to go to Greece. Yeah, so then we pan over. It is the next morning, and the couples are together. Catherine and Freddie, the first night felt nice. They made nice at least 2 times. They had a physical connection. And Catherine tells Freddie, I'm glad you woke up happy. Sorry. Mm. At least he's happy, Catherine. Sabrina and Steven said she's like they had a physical connection the very first night. Demi and Ollie, they had a fantastic night because he was sleeping next to her. He kisses her on the forehead, then on the lips. Y'all know how I feel about forehead kisses. The first night was PG, she says, but it was nice. Physically jumping in. This is what Ollie says. Physically jumping in right away, puts the connection itself on the back burner. Ollie, I would have thought this was sweet. But based on what you said before, I'm thinking it's excuses. It's another excuse. Bobby and Jasmine said the first night was good, but Jasmine's like, Bobby snores just a little bit, but he snored just a little bit. They go and have a good couples massage and they talk about the other couples. And while they're talking, Sam and Nicole come up because the next day it's going to be the couples retreat thing. The couples meeting each other at the reception. And Jasmine's like, I'm not sure about, Sam and Nicole. He's like, yeah, I ain't so sure about Sam. And she's like, oh, I talked to him. I wasn't too sure. That's why I ended up with you. But Nicole is so sweet. He's like, Sam ain't genuine. Another man with the same thought about Sam. Maria and Tom, they said it was nice to snuggle. Nothing was physical. And then we see Nicole. Nicole is sitting at a cafe in London waiting for Benaya to join her. She feels like she needs to see him. And so ends episode 4. This brings me back to the thought of another Love is Blind season, the US Seattle version. And if you know, you know. I won't go into details. You can certainly watch that season. But it's like, yeah, at least they went to the honeymoon and the dude came back and made a decision. Now, Nicole's like, I ain't going on that, not honeymoon, but vacation with Sam. I need to see Benaya. And the previews for the next few episodes and what Benaya says to her, I'm hoping you're teasing us, Netflix. I hope you're teasing us. On that note, thank you everyone for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe. Give me a comment. Say I'd like, yay, nay. And I'm hoping that I will go live either with UK or Mexico. But please stay tuned to my channel. I am also covering Love is Blind Mexico. And I'm so happy that you were able to join me. I hope I wasn't too off the rails, though I can get there. I'm trying to pull that back a bit. But thank you again. And you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget, hit the like.